In this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps that you need to take, the simple steps that you need to take in order to write a blog using ChatGPT. Now, I want you to watch till the end because I'm going to show you 11 steps, but the last step is the one that a lot of people miss out on, and it's the most crucial step. You cannot write a blog using ChatGPT without doing this bonus step that I'm going to give to you. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the exact copy and paste prompt that you just need to take. You need to copy it and paste it into your ChatGPT, and you can use that to write all of your blogs moving forward. So at the end, I'll be giving you a link whereby you can download this ebook to give you the exact prompt. Now, again, it's a simple 11-step process. It's nothing complicated about it. I'll be giving you a bonus step, and make sure you do watch the bonus step, because with this bonus step, you're going to supercharge how effective your blog is. And I'm going to give you the exact copy of the exact prompt that you need to use, which you can literally copy, paste, and just change around to suit what you want to write the blog about. And then the common mistakes. Now, a common misconception a lot of people have got is that they can simply go to ChatGPT and type in, hey, write me a blog on this. And what's going to happen is that because you haven't given it enough context, your blog is going to be not so good. It's just going to be a very broad blog. It's not going to carry any value at all. What I'm going to show you is how to write a blog that's going to create great value. It's going to be great for getting the blog ranked and optimized so that it can be shown. So when people are looking for your blog on Google, your blog can be found a lot more easier because you've taken these basic 11 steps. So let's get on with it. With each step, I'm going to tell you what you need to do, and I'm going to give you an exact example, and at the end I'll show you the exact ChatGPT so that we'll run it and we'll show you what blog is produced. Let's get on with it. So the first step is that you need to tell ChatGPT what you want to act as. So who do you want ChatGPT to act as, and what sort of expertise or personality do you want ChatGPT to portray when they're writing your blog? For example, act as an SEO expert and a senior content writer who understands UK homeowners, DIY culture, and how first-time buyers search for guidance after moving into a house. So that's given some sort of a context to ChatGPT that what you want to act as when you're writing a blog. Step 2 is your target audience, and target audience is who is this blog aimed at, right? So you need to describe their situation, their level of knowledge, their pain points, their motivations, what they care about. So you need to give some context about the actual people that are going to be reading your blog. For example, write this blog for homeowners who have just moved into their first home. They feel overwhelmed by unexpected DIY jobs. They want to save money and need clear, beginner-friendly advice on what tools are actually worth buying. So you've defined who your target audience is. Third one is a search intent. So when ChatGPT is writing this blog, is it for buying intent? In other words, you want to sell something? Is it for aimed at people who want to research something or just create awareness? So again, I've given a simple instruction, say readers want clarity, reassurance, and help choosing the right tools. The fourth one is the blog purpose. What is the purpose of the blog? So you need to explain, for example, educate beginners, build trust, and help them to make smart buying decisions without wasting money. So what you're trying to do here is you're trying to explain to Google that this blog is because you want it to rank on Google, or you want to build trust, or you want to drive leads. Why are you writing this blog in the first place? What's the main topic? Now you want to make sure that ChatGPT really understands what your blog is about. So you want to take away any ambiguity. So this blog I want to write is the best DIY tools to buy when moving into a new home. Obviously, what you would do, you would replace any of the examples I'm giving you, like for example, best tools to buy, you would replace it with whatever you want the blog to be about. The fourth one is SEO instructions. So with SEO is ultimately you want the blog to rank on Google or any other search engine, right? As well as ChatGPT itself. So you need to give it some sort of a context as to what your main focus keywords are. What do you want your blogs to be ranked for? And in this case, you give it a primary keyword, which is your main keyword. And then you give it some other keywords that, okay, 3 to 5 other secondary keywords. So for example, I'm not going to read all this out, but you can see that the primary keyword here is best DIY tools for new homeowners. And the secondary keywords are DIY tools for beginners. And then you're giving it some context like questions to answer. What tools do you need for a new home? What should beginners buy first? Are DIY tools expensive? And then you're telling it to follow something called EEAT. And EEAT stands for experience, expertise, authoritative, and trustworthiness. So you're telling ChatGPT what sort of framework to use, because this is going to make your blog a lot more authoritative, and Google is going to take certain things into account. So ChatGPT is going to take certain things into account to make your blog a lot more authoritative, because it's going to use your experience. It's going to demonstrate that this blog has been written by someone who's got experience, they've got expertise, they've got authoritativeness and trustworthiness. Then the structure of the blog, right? Okay, so what this is that what structure would you like the blog to follow? So for example, in this case, I've written, I want a hook. That a hook is something that draws the person in the first place. So what one sentence or what phrase or something that you're going to say that's going to make this person think, I want to carry on reading this blog. The context or the problem, what the situation is, the main insights and sections, the real hypothetical examples, frequently asked questions, summary on closing thoughts, and a call to action. So and then at the end of it, you're going to tell ChatGPT to give you some meta descriptions. Now, meta descriptions are used to help search engines understand what your blog is about, so that it's what gets displayed on the actual search engine results pages. So you're giving it a bit more context, what type of headlines options to present to you, so you can decide which headlines you want to use when writing your blog. And then I'm telling it, suggest some images that I can use within my blog too. Step number 8 is the brand voice. What sort of style brand voice would you like to use? Is it going to be friendly, conversational, simple, English, or authoritativeness? So for example, friendly, practical, easy to understand, explain tools like you're talking to someone who's never bought tools before. So you're giving it a lot more context. The 9th step is the length and the formatting. So the length of the blog and any specific styles that you want ChatGPT to use. So for example, make the blog 1300 to 1500 words, use headings, bullet points, and short paragraphs. Point number 10, extra notes. So you want to give it some more information about what I want the blog to include, then include it here. So for example, AI must recommend the tools itself. So I'm telling it that not only do I want to give you general advice, I want you to recommend some tools, like what is the tool, why it matters, what to look out for when buying it, a simple beginner level example of how to use it. The 11th point is the call to action. What is it that you want users to do when they've read your blog? Okay, so do you want them to click on a link to get more information? Do you want to book a call, download a guide or something? So in this case, I'm saying end the blog by directing users to this website, clevaro.co.uk, to browse a range of DIY tools suitable for homeowners. So you're telling it what is it that you want the readers to do once they've read your blog. A lot of people miss this out. Now, I told you that I'm going to add a bonus step in, and this is the bonus step. And remember, at the end, I'm going to give you the link to download all the prompts so that you can just copy and paste them, tweak them around, and then use them every time you write a blog. And the last step is to humanize the blog. What you should never do is just take a blog that ChatGPT has written and simply copy and paste it and publish it. Because the worst thing that you can do, you need to ask ChatGPT for advice on how you can humanize the blog. So this is what I'm talking about. What you need to do is once the blog's been written, by ChatGPT. Then you give it another prompt and you say, I now want to make this blog my own. So it's not just a copy and paste of the content that you gave to me. Can you give me some specific recommendations on how I can achieve this and make it relevant to the blog you created? So now you want to edit the blog and add your personality into it, your tone of voice, amend the blog and make it completely your own, add things into it, take things away from it, and give it your thoughts, your personality, your company thoughts, and so on. So guys, you can get the exact prompt by going to ebook.aimpro.co.uk/ChatGPT blog. So if you go there, you'll be able to download the exact blog and use it. Okay, so now let's get on. Let me show you what this blog actually produces. So what I've done here, I've already copied and pasted the blog, the text that I gave to you. So for example, act as, the target audience, search intent, and so on. So everything I've told you, I've pasted it into here, and now I'm simply going to hit the enter key, and now it's going to start writing the blog for me. So this is good, because what it's saying is that, all right, before I dive into writing the full blog, I want to check one thing so that you don't miss it. Question: do you want the tone to stay human and thought out, like your usual thinking out loud, slightly conversational style, or should it be the blog itself be a bit more polished and traditional blog like? So I'm going to say to it, make the blog very human. There you go. So it's written the blog for me. The best DIY tools to use when moving into a new house without wasting money, and the feeling. So it's set the scene, right? So the feeling when you move into your first home, drop the last cardboard box and onto the living room, think, right, now what? So it's given me the blog, and it's saying what the real problem is. So it's set the context, and now it's going into a good screwdriver set. What is it? Why it matters? What to look for? A tape measure, and it's giving some extra advice that isn't flimsy. A cordless drill, a spirit level, and I totally agree with all this. I do a lot of DIY work myself, so I know that this is all really absolutely brilliant things, like for example, a stud detector. So when you're putting a nail into a wall, you want to get a stud detector to make sure that there's a stud behind it, a hammer, and real life. So now it's giving a real life situation when these tools actually matter. So it's giving an example of how these tools can be used. And look, it's giving me the FAQs. It's giving me a summary. So most homeowners don't just need fancy tools. They need a set that actually earns its keep. And it's giving you a summary here. And now it's giving a call to action. Over here, if you want to keep simple, blah, 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 go to have a look at clavaro.co.uk. So this, you can make it into a hyperlink. It's also given me advice on what meta description I can use, and it's given me some ideas about the headlines I can use, and then it's given me ideas about the internal links that I can use. So this is for search engine optimization reasons. It's given me an example of the image I can use. So a warm, welcoming photo of small DIY starter kits and so on, right? And then it's giving me that if I want to, I can also turn this into a downloadable checklist or a lead magnet. I'm going to say no for now. So guys, this is how you use ChatGPT to write a really good blog, which is going to be not only user-friendly, you've given it a lot more context. It's going to be good to help you get the blog ranked in search engines and so on. So if you do want a copy of this blog, do go to the link. I'll put the link in the description below. And if you've got any questions, let me know what the questions are, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Take care, and I hope you have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on another video. If you want to learn more about ChatGPT, then go to this video here. It'll tell you a lot more about how you can use ChatGPT for your business. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye for now.